Hello YouTube, Comment of the Camp Gamers here, and I have a very special request for some of you guys. As you know, I've been working on developing a mod for Minecraft that simulates Dungeon Keeper in the Minecraft world, with adding a few more Minecrafty type things to it. So what this mod is it's a group of mods, a collection of mods that allows you to simulate a Dungeon Keeper game. So first things first, you start in your class selection. There's the blue team spawn over there. Here's the red team spawn. I'm on red team right now. And you have three classes, Imp, Goblin, and Wizard. These are the only ones that are implemented right now, although there is a special secret Dungeon Keeper that one player on each team will get to become the Dungeon Keeper. And most of you are going to want to be Imps, because Imps are the creatures that will do the majority of the work. All the digging has to be done by the Imps. All of the mining has to be done by the Imps. Goblins in the Dungeon Keeper game, they didn't do anything. They attacked things. Wizards, they researched things in the library or became an attack, and that's exactly the same in this game. So most of you will start off by being an Imp, and you'll notice the Imp has a starting kit, and you can, if you make a mistake, you can always go back to class select there. When you go other options, you have Goblin. Goblins start out with a sword, chicken leg, some sticks, and some torches, and that's so that they can have the initial defense for your team. Then the other option that you have is the Wizard, and the Wizard starts off with some redstone, which is his regent for casting spells, and also a torch. So now that we have those in place, I'm going to go ahead and be the Imp, and I'll show you how the game begins. Alright, here we are. This is the Dungeon Heart. And you can see there's a couple exits already. Now, one of the players on your team will have become the Dungeon Master when he spawned in here. And you can see that the bottom of the world is contained with soul sand. So most of the world is contained with soul sand. Now, you can go up a little bit. But once you hit that gravel level and gravel falls on you, that's as high as this goes. There isn't a whole lot of up and down. There's about 8 levels that you can go up and down. But for the most part, just like Dungeon Keeper, it's a one-level game. So first thing you do is you're going to dig out some areas so that your Dungeon Keeper can get your first rooms spawned. And you'll want to be strategic about this. Dirt is the Imp's form of money. So the more dirt you mine, the more money you have as an Imp. And what would you use money for, you might ask? Well, you would run over to this portal over here and warp you to Jack's All You Could Ever Need and More shop. In here you can change your dirt to dirt bucks. And then you can come over to the item shop. Here's the Imp stuff. And you can buy things like, ooh, I want to buy cookies. Oh, I can't afford it. Man, how about that? Well, I haven't mined enough dirt to get any of this stuff yet. But you can come and it tells you how much dirt it requires in order for you to get it. So it has basic supplies. Goblins have the same thing. You can get basic leather armor and also piles of sticks to craft, because goblins are your crafters. They'll be the ones who are going to make your weapons for you. Then you have wizard elements for all your wizard enchanting. These are the actual tomes that the wizards use. Books create support wizards. This creates battle wizards, and this creates archmages. Now, your Dungeon Keeper actually has to unlock this for you. You can have the item, but until your Dungeon Keeper unlocks this stuff for you, you can't actually use it. And the same thing with brewing and crafting, and even using some of the more advanced armors. Everything has to be done via your Dungeon Keeper, so one person is going to be very critical to the game. So, as an Imp, my main job is going to be to go over and dig stuff so that I can get dirt, so I can get basic stuff, so that our Dungeon Keeper can place rooms. So I'll go ahead and show you what a placed room looks like. All rooms place to the east right now. So when your Dungeon Keeper wants to place a room, the entrance is going to be facing east, although there are usually multiple entrances to every room. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what that looks like. Okay, you can see we cut away a little bit, and our Dungeon Keeper has spawned in a workshop for us. So this is the workshop, and in here, obviously, you can craft things. Now, as an Imp, I can't craft anything, but this also gives me a spot. Like this soul sand doesn't really do me a whole lot of good, so you can always throw soul sand away. But this is where your goblins might also start their game. So they might come in here and say, oh, we need some of these items and that sort of thing. So your Dungeon Keeper will spawn these in, but you want to actually make tunnels for your Dungeon Keeper to spawn it in. Let's pretend you are the Dungeon Keeper. Okay, so you're the Dungeon Keeper, and you spawn into this lovely room that one of our people built. And you're like, okay, well, what do I do here? Well, here's your upgrade options. When your goblins turn, or your imps turn their gold into gold bars, you can come exchange it in here for these items. So, for instance, if you want your goblins to use stone weapons, you can click this sign, and 10 of your gold will get turned into an ability that allows goblins to use stone weapons. Over here you can unlock mages and unlock the ability for wizards to enchant weapons or also leather armor. Over here you have the ability to change your gold, and over here is your imps. Imps can use stone tools, gold tools, iron tools, and leather armor. So this is going to be the spot, and then when you're done as the Dungeon Master, you just click Return to Dungeon Heart. And here you are. Voila! So that's the basics of the game. And you're like, okay, Caleb, well, what do you need us to do? Well, here's the thing. I've developed this mod and these sets of mods and got them to a pretty good working point. But what I need now is to do a test. I need to do a few tests. And so in the description is going to be the next test date where I could use some help testing this mod, because in order for this mod to work, I have to have a lot of testers, and I mean a lot. This game is developed around the idea that 30 to 50 people at least will be playing this game at a time. Any less than that, and the game could really drag on. So how you can help is you can leave your in-game name, and if you want to be part of the tests, and I will send out a Facebook or a YouTube message or a Twitter. You can follow all that stuff through my channel. And you will know when our next test event is going to be. And we want to have as many people on as possible. Our server can handle up to 100 people, so we really hope to have a lot of people on. Spread the good word. We hope to see you on soon. If you have any thoughts or ideas based on this Dungeon Keeper, this development is still very, very early in its developmental stages, and we could use all of the insights we can get. So thanks a lot, and we hope to see you soon on MineKeeper.